Friends, welcome back to part 2 of the Baltimore Comic Con recap with King Midas Collection. Boy Vaughn in the house, and let's just get straight to it. Show you off some books. Can't wait. This just blew up in my ear because I got the Yankees Red Sox game live at the moment. What we got here. So yesterday in the last video, I mentioned how one booth had all of these variants. We nabbed them for $2 a piece. And then the variant, they had 2 huge rows of variants for $2 a piece on the Sunday. They were like $8 on the Friday. So you're going to see some crazy variants that we managed to snag that people passed on the last 2 days. And then on the other side of those variant tables were a bunch of 50% off books, prices marked A to Z. So we grabbed some stuff out of there too. This is pretty much an amalgamation of all of that. It's kind of mixed together, but you guys are going to see some awesome variants, and nothing makes me more happy than being that variant hunter. So enjoy the video. Before we get to all that, we'll show you some of the I got a My Comic Shop order that came in, and then there was another table right at the end of the show where a gentleman was just had boxes. He told me it was 50 cents a book, so I snagged like about 50 books for $25 right at the end. So that was kind of cool, and I'll show you a little bit of the better ones that we found. First up, I just want to show these previews because it's just kind of cool that you see them. As a Momoko fan and a video game fan, just getting another one of these Horizon tie-ins is pretty cool for me. So I went ahead and grabbed that, and he just tossed it in for free. That was nothing. So this is the My Comic Shop order that we got from last week. New number 1 here, Crusader. I love this time period. It's a really messed up time period in history, but I do enjoy reading stories about the Crusades. And 1 in 25 of Fire and Ice. Welcome to Smallville. This is a homage to that Justice League International cover, so that's pretty cool to see. This I didn't have in my FOCs for some reason. I have no idea, but this is the X-Men 26 cover C, the Alex Ross tribute to Jim Lee cover here. So that's the Magneto Virgin cover, and it's just cover price. I don't think that's a variant of any kind. Next up, this is the final issue Nail Biter I was missing, issue 13, so I went ahead and snagged that. So I have the complete run of Nail Biter. I like the throwback to that, like true romance and young love, 1950s style romance homage there. Dwellings issue number 1. This is the 3rd printing that came out. Not everyone is all about that, so who knows if the 2nd or 3rd printing will do any better than the 1st printing. I don't know. We have a 2nd print for Conan the Barbarian, that movie poster homage there. Fantastic, beautiful stuff. One of my all-time favorite 80s properties, Conan. I just grew up with it now. My dad always had it on. Missed out on these Pablo Villalobos Hispanic Heritage Month books, so we snagged a few of them. Again, I'm not really sure if I just missed it or didn't add it on FOC. Usually anything that Lobos does, I try to add for sure. So can't believe I missed it. This is the Bane one for Batman, and then the last one of the 3 that I picked up is for Justice Society America issue number 6. Beautiful stuff. Next up, this was interesting. I can't remember how I came across these. Honestly, I really don't know. This is Wild Blue Yonder, which was a series back in 2013 from IDW. And I was looking, I was like, man, these covers are amazing, because I'm a big fan of the Rocketeer, and it just reminds me of that time period. I go on My Comic Shop, and they had all these books for $2, and these are the retailer incentives. So this is cover 1 here. You can see how awesome this cover is. It's just like got that movie poster vibe to it, but dog fighting and pilot, 1930s, 1940s era pilots. Just seems super cool. So this is issue 6, and I guess there's something with like the dogs too flying with them, which is pretty interesting. And then issue number 3, I believe, on the retailer incentive covers. Look at that doggy there with her. It's just, I think it's brilliant. I think it's so cool. I like it a lot. All right, these were the 50-cent books. So we had some newsstand Transformers that were sitting in here. So I was like, wow, newsstand Transformers, are you kidding me? The Marvel anniversary border there. I mean, 3 issues of that, so that's pretty cool to find the newsstands there. I picked up some of this Captain Marvel series. I wish, of course, they had the 2 that you want from this series, but fun to find that. We got some Linsner, Vampirella versus Dracula. There's 2 copies of that, so I picked them both up. The Vampirella 2010 series, Paul Renaud. Is it Paul? I think it's Paul. Issue number 17. These are hard to find now, so I always try to 50 cents. I'll pick it up regardless. I know I have this cover already, but nice to pick it up again. Look at this is Lady Death Apocalypse, issue number 5. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Of course, you pick up any Jenny Frison stuff. So we already have the complete run of Revival, though. We got 2 copies of this Ninja Scroll number 1. Then we picked up 2 copies of Batman 709. Because those final issues, was it 714 was the final issue of Batman for Volume 1. So those late-end Batmans do command a little bit of value. Uncanny X-Men, same thing with the last 10 issues or so of Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. And then the last one here, this Boondock Saints book, Volume 1 here, I know has some value from 12 gauge. There's 2 parts to that, and it's hard book to find. So we did mention just a second ago how big of a fan. Oh, and then Bitter Root, issue 13 for 50 cents. It's pretty cool. I mean, of course, you want the first 5 issues. I think those are the ones that command some sort of value, and the variants. But I didn't have it, so it's still cool to add that. Next up, we have Conan the Barbarian annuals. Again, like I said, I just mentioned that Conan, just such a huge fan of this. I didn't have any of these annuals, so 5, 7, issue number 8, and issue 10, which is newsstand. Move my hand there, of the annuals for Mr. Conan the Barbarian. Good stuff. All right, here we go. Variants. Y'all know me and my wrestling. Always on the lookout for these variant covers from Boom, the NWO there. Shout out to Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Rest in peace to Mr. Hall there, but nice to find that. Samoa Joe killing it over in AEW. They dropped the ball with him. And then, of course, at the time, the United States Championship looking oh so beautiful over Kevin Owens' shoulder. But hard to find variants. You don't see these. So the fact that somebody just pulled them out really quick, well, yeah, give me all 3 of those, please. Still looking for the Sting WonderCon book. I know Golden Apple has it, but $100 for the book. Like, yeah, maybe let me catch them on a sale or something. Who knows? Now, these are some of the $2 variants here, man. These Spider-Man Velocity books, just video game. It's part of the Gamerverse of Spider-Man, so it lies in that Insomniac universe. This is the second printing to number 1. I know one of them has some sort of value. I can't remember. And then I'm not sure if this is Gabriel Dell'Otto or if this is Adi Granov on these variants here. I tend to get them confused. But I think it's Dell'Otto, but these are sick. And for $2, you know me and my variants. I gotta have it. Got to have it. Here's a 1 in 5 Evanescence variant here. Just still a sick cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Then this has some value. I think people are slipping on this. I think it's due to the fact that Elsa Bloodstone is just trending. So all of her books are starting to pop a little bit. But 2 copies of Jessica Jones Blind Spot number 3. This is the variant here. Last I checked, somebody was buying these for $30 a pop. So will it go up any more than that? Probably not. But, it's still more than the 1 in 25 incentive that it is. Here's an awesome Gabriel Dell'Otto there on Iron Fist for Defenders number 1. Beautiful book. Happy to have these. This is one of my favorite stories that Chip Zdarsky's done. Spider-Man Life Story, issue number 4. These are second prints here, but we picked up a couple of them. Issue number 6. And then issue number 5. The 2000s. I thought that was the 80s. 2000s. Okay. Cool. Next up, Spider-Man 2099. Late issues of Spider-Man 2099 you always want to be on the lookout for. These ones introduce Venom and a clear backing board. 2 copies of issue 37 there. And then we also have issue 38. So 36 through 38 introduces Venom 2099. So pretty cool in my book. Good to see that. Of course, Lady Mechanica. You ever see any of that? Always pick it up. Second printing for Silver Surfer Black number 5. Second, right? Not third. But awesome. Just awesome artwork on that one. That is cool to me. Trad Moore killing it. Yeah, that's Trad Moore. Big fan of Maria Wolf. So 1 in 25 for Sabretooth and the Exiles. Number 1. Invisible Woman number 1. This was trending too because they're saying that the Fantastic Four movie is going to kind of revolve around her as being the lead. So, you know, not my favorite of the variants there. And the Adam Hughes cover A, of course, is the highlight for that series that you want. But this one is pretty nice, pretty good to have too. Here we go with some Dustin Wynn goodness here. Max Wright, James Patterson book from Marvel. I can't believe this was for $2. I remember buying this when it came out. A couple. Marco Mastrazo on this Predator, issue number 3, holding up that skull. This cover is awesome, man. And for $2, damn right. Yeah, Haunted Mansion was trending for a little bit. I think the movie already came out. So, but issue number 4 in that variant there, 1 in 25. Then we have Elektra, Black, White, and Blood, a Kevin Eastman book, a 1 in 25. Again, $2 book. Absolutely incredible. We got the Kevin Eastman Berserker. Not a big fan of it, but we know that a lot of people do love Kevin Eastman, so good to see that. Here we have a Storm here by Joe Jusko. Sword number 9. This is the masterpiece. Beautiful, beautiful throwback there. Dazzler is trending, so had to pick up this variant here. Astonishing X-Men number 13. Good to see her trending. Let's move these aside. Keep it going. Keep it going. Some more variants. Batman the Adventures, issue number 20. Y'all already know what this is. This is a Comic-Con box variant, of course. So many different variants now of this book. It is a Grail book for me. I do not own an original Batman Adventures 12, so maybe one day we'll get a good copy of it. Next up, some Scotty Young goodness. I think there's a couple more Scotties, but Thanos Rising issue number 1. Then we have this J.G. Jones Batman and Robin variant number 1. I've been looking for this one for a long time. Happy to have that because we know Damian's coming in the DCU, so we need a trend on that. Dawn, the Return of the Goddess, limited 3, signed there by Lisner. And then on the back, there's a little, not necessarily, it's like a weird, I guess, Dawn certificate there, I guess. But it does say 1346 out of 3500, straight from Lisner, 2000, long time ago. We have some, so those early J Company variants that they used to put out for Fathom. What issue is this? This is for Fathom Volume 1, Number 7. Only 1 of 500 copies worldwide, produced exclusively for the 2006 Wizard World LA show. So there's that there. I don't know if that really matters or not. It's just like a ratty little COA. Doesn't look official. We have a Tomb Raider. I don't know which one. This is issue number 9, or it's just part 2. Yeah, issue number 9. One of the black and white variants. Just a cool little variant that you don't really see often. Good to have that one. More second print goodness here. Look at Agents of Atlas number 1. We have that Marvel trade dress, the anniversary border there for this Avengers variant. Not sure what issue number this is, but it's Jen Walters, it's She-Hulk. It's fantastic. Fear Itself, Captain America, 7.1 here, the variant here, beautiful artwork. The one that you want is that Broken Shield variant where he's like kneeling on the ground. Awesome cover. That one commands a lot in value. Some Peach Momoko goodness here on that Batgirl. I think this is Batman the Adventures Continue number 1. It's one of those books. This awesome Baltimore Comic-Con Hunter Killer issue number 7. I think this is a little old school from years ago, but limited to 1,000 copies. Anything that's baseball related, you know me, I'll be picking that up. And the Yankees got the bases loaded right now. Let's go. Here we go. This is one of the Savage Dragon books that is hard to come by that you want because it's provocative. It's not as crazy as that, was it 226, where it's like straight NSFW XXX. But this one is just as badass. Issue number 40, Savage Dragon. Go get it. Go get it. Big fan of Milo Manara, so trying to pick up his variants when I see him. Issue number 1 of Avengers World there. It's a 1 in 25. I believe it's a 1 in 25, not a 1 in 50. It could be 1 in 50. Spider-Gwen, issue number 1, the Scotty Young goodness. Good to see that one. Another Thanos Rising variant here. Issue number 1, just so sick. Man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we were pulling these books out. Could not believe it. Check this one out. Crazy, interesting Creed and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Lightning Comics. Don't really know anything about this, but turtle related. Let's pick it up. This one here was from Ion Comics. My boy Carl. Always check him out. Carl is like the guru of variant books, so you always got to check him out. He's going to have something. And the final book I'm going to show you guys was also from his booth, so I can't wait to show you that one. I've been after it for a very, very long time. So here we have that Spidey. Y'all know this controversial issue here. Some the editor, the artists, writers going at each other or something. I don't know if this variant is the era version or not, but this is the Dynamic Forces Alex Ross variant, and it comes with that certificate too here. 1780 out of what, 3,000, right? 3,000 copies. Boom. Man, I can't remember who did this one, but this one is sick too, man. Uncanny Inhumans, number 1. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Next up, we have some Dave Stevens goodness. Alien Worlds, issue number 2. Good to see it. Man, these are trending. I don't know if they still command some value. Monsters Unleashed, number 1. The Future Fight variants here. So we have that one, and then we have the who's this? Monster Boy? Is that his name? Issue number 5. There's definitely, can't remember which one that you want, but that's the one that you really, I don't think it's one of these two. They're the big ones. Here we go, some Adi Gronoff goodness here. Just a random variant. Issue 13 of the Ultimates, Divided We Fall. Just look at Cat, man, just killing it. Look at, awesome. Next up, just a Red Sonja. Spider-Man 300 homage. Didn't have that, wanted it. Got me another copy of this one, of course. Scotty Young and that Mega Man number 1 from Dreamwave. Awesome book. We got some Ian McDonald goodness on Cinderella from Zenoscope. Beautiful convention exclusive here. This is the 2022 Diamond Retailer. The October Bronze collectible cover, limited to 500. Next up, we only have 2 more books left, so I left this second to last because I haven't seen this Frizzen book. I don't know why it's never popped up, but check it out. Willow Wonderland Part 1. This is a previous Comic-Con exclusive. Is this limited to? Limited to 2,000 copies, but this is Frizzen, and you don't see stuff like this, so I'm going to take a photo of this, pop it on the Instagram for Frizzen Fridays. Glad to have it. And there was like 20 copies of this, so we picked up like 3 of them. And the last book I'm going to show you guys to send us off from our Baltimore Comic-Con 2023 journey is one from 2015. Is it 15? 2014, 2015 time frame. Anyway, these are always so hard to get. The Moon Knight variants are just, they're ghost. I still want that Sienkiewicz of him sitting on that throne. That looks amazing. I know that was like a $500 or $600 book, but we managed to get this one at a great price for $65. This is the Martine Moon Knight number 1. Greg Smallwood. Who was doing that? Was it Warren Ellis on that one? on that 2014-2015 series with those amazing cover A's, but this been after this variant for a very long time. Check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm so excited, happy. I'm like twisted my words. I'm happy about having that. Shout out to Ion Comics for hooking it up, giving us a great deal on a lot of variants, and the majority of these variants found in $2 bins. Like, unbelievable. I'm ecstatic. Can't wait to get all these cataloged, properly put in Mylar, add some to the collection, put some on the website, deepincollectibles.com. Y'all missing out. We're adding books all the time on there. So, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning into the journey. Next up, we are pulling aside our top 10 Bronze Age comics. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Can't wait to get that video together. In fact, after we're done here, that's what I'm going to go do. I have a preliminary 15 books or so listed. I think I'm going to pull all 15, probably do a honorable mention kind of deal. And I feel like some don't really fit in the top 10, kind of. You guys will see what I'm talking about when we get to the video, so stay tuned for that. Till next time, as always, enter the vault, bag and boredom. I said it different this time. See you in the next one, guys.